Davos, an annual pilgrimage of the world's power players. This year's gathering comes as the world faces many challenges, old and new, from rising unemployment, the spiraling cost of energy, severe weather patterns, the growing displacement of people by wars, and fiscal crises. The World Economic Forum wants the world leaders and captains of industry to focus on the threats posed by new technologies such as robotics and 3D printing at this year's meeting. It estimates that around 7 million workers will lose their jobs in the next 5 years as their jobs are taken over by robots and 3D printers. But the international NGO Oxfam is once again trying to draw attention to what it believes is the biggest crisis facing the world today, growing income inequality.
The picture isn't looking too good. As you can imagine, I think with our own historical past where there's been sort of racialized access to assets and to income. But I think post-1994, what you've seen is that the picture's become accentuated and it's become reproduced into a worse picture than we had in 1993. What we are seeing now is that the income that has accrued to the top 10% has increased by about 40% since 1993, and you've actually had a negligible change in the income that has accrued to the bottom 10%. So it's a clear indication that South Africa is probably, if not, one of the most unequal societies in the world. And of course, it's an alarming picture.
Oxfam says not only is the problem of income inequality getting worse, social security nets to cushion the poor from extreme poverty and hunger, such as social grants, are now under threat because of worsening fiscal crises facing many governments, including here at home.
The budget that the former Finance Minister Nhlanhla presented towards the end of last year, the medium-term budget statement, it's clear that the fiscal space to really sort of consolidate and even expand the social transfers that have characterized the post-1994 state are under threat. I think if you look at the position in terms of us paying our own public debt and the debt servicing costs that are increasing with the sort of exchange rate challenges that we face, and also the prospect that we might be downgraded to junk soon, clearly limits the fiscal space that is available to continue providing these services.
History shows that burning social issues hardly get a mention at WEF meetings. Therefore, Oxfam holds little hope that these issues will get serious attention at this year's meeting. As usual, South Africa is sending a big delegation of cabinet ministers and business leaders to Davos, led by President Zuma himself. Their mission: to promote South Africa as a good destination for foreign investment. Mbongeni Muchwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.